All right, everybody, welcome back to my channel. A couple days ago, one of my two subscribers left a comment letting me know that they're new to the channel and they were asking a lot of questions, and I answered as many as I could. And the person asked me to make an instruction video for people that want to get into coin roll hunting. So I said, all right, I might do that. So since the hunts haven't been that good lately in my area, I figured I'm stuck in traffic. Let me cut a little video right now. To be honest with you, I'd rather just stay in the car with the AC. It's so hot out here. We're going through a little heat wave over here. Anyway, yeah, I mean, I can give some tips, just basically going off of my own experience, because I do live in an urban jungle. Like it's like a metropolis. There's banks everywhere. Every 2 feet there's a bank. So other people, like I'm sure other people that live in rural areas have a pretty tough time getting to banks. They have to drive further. So I really couldn't speak on giving advice on that situation because it's not my experience. But for people that live in like an urban, like a city, I can pretty much cover that because I've experienced it. Let me just start off by giving the golden rule. And I didn't make up the golden rule. It's been there. I mean, I've seen it. I've seen people mention it, and I can agree. This is the golden rule of coin roll hunting. Never, ever, ever return coins to banks that are gracious and nice enough to order a coin for you. Don't you ever do that. That'd be the fastest way to get cut off from any bank. They will never order for you again. Remember, banks are private entities, private businesses. They're not beholden to the customer to order coins for them. They can cut you off at any time. If you have a business account, if you build a relationship, then you have a business need, then yes. But for just walking in off the street, you know, they don't have to order nothing for you. So never return coins to banks that are nice enough to order for you. Okay, I would say that's the golden rule. Remember that one. Another thing too that you must have is honesty. Anytime, like when I first started coin roll hunting, a lot of the tellers were asking a lot of questions, and at first I was annoyed, and I wouldn't tell them like, hey, I'm looking for silver. I wasn't telling them all that. But because they were like prying, you know, and they didn't know me. I was new to it, right? This is back in 2018. So and I was watching some channels on YouTube on how to get started, but I was mostly watching what to look for, you know. But the dynamics between the tellers and you when you first start asking, they do pry. I mean, you get a lot of different personalities in banks and branches. So be honest with them. Say, hey, I'm a coin collector. I'm looking for collectible coins, rare coins. You don't have to say I'm looking for silver and this and that, but just be honest with them. And it doesn't hurt to have a good personality, you know. It goes a long way. It goes a long way. Build a relationship with your tellers and you know, just be honest and friendly and ask. It doesn't hurt to ask. And like when I first started coin roll hunting, I didn't have a large bankroll. I did have some, but I would just start off by doing bank hunts, you know. Just go into a lobby and ask for $50, the big Ikes. That's what I actually love doing that more than, I mean, I've scored a lot, you know, just walking into a lobby and asking for $50. A lot of times you score that way. But yeah, just be honest, and yeah, just be honest with people and friendly. And as you start to get to, you know, pop into the banks once a week. And if you sometimes you're gonna run across people that are not friendly, and they hate coin collectors. There are branches and there are chains. I've been cut off from a couple of smaller banks because of my coins. I got banned for life. That's how much these banks hate coins. These are the type of banks that are they want to go cashless. They hate dealing with money. They just want to write loans and rip people off. And so yeah, if you get that vibe, stop going there. Go to another bank, because They are against. They hate coin. They hate currency. They hate money. And it's like a culture in certain banks. I'm not gonna name them. You'll figure it out. But yeah, if you get a bad vibe, like they don't want to deal with you, just go to another bank. At first, in the beginning, when I ran into that, I would get angry, but I wouldn't show it. But I'd be persistent, and it doesn't get you anywhere. Being persistent and annoying is not gonna get you anywhere. So don't do that. And yeah, just start. And honestly, what coin roll hunting did for me, it motivated me to save money, because I wanted to get a lot of boxes. I knew that a volume game was going to be good for me. Volume, searching a lot of boxes. And I live in such a large area that there's so many banks, you know, there's so many banks I can order from. And yeah, so just, you know, if you run across the wrong type of branches that are not friendly to coin hunters, avoid them. Just go somewhere else. And if you live in a rural area with not too many banks, I mean, really try to, you know, befriend people and be genuine too. When you try to befriend some of these people, be genuine. Honestly, I have a lot of friends in the banks. A lot of them. We're always talking. We talk about other things, family. I really genuinely have. Most of my friends are people that work in banks. And yeah, 'cause, I mean, I'm a friendly guy. You know, I'm genuine. You have to be genuine. And be honest with them. Say, hey, I'm looking for coins. Can you help me? Can you order some for me? Can you know, if you have some, can you call me if they come in, you know, with this or that? And they'll look out for you. I've had plenty of times managers and tellers at banks call me. They had, you know, 90%ers, you know, Benjis, Walking Liberties. You know, I've scored, you know, they always look out for me. But at the same time, as I got to know people, and I've been honest with them. They asked me, hey, what do you look for? I told them, and they've intercepted hundreds and hundreds of peace dollars and Morgans. They have them. They're holding on to them. They're thinking about selling them to me. And I told them, I would buy them from them, you know. But I don't hold back information, and they appreciate it. But you know, they don't make. Sometimes people at banks don't make a lot. So if they can intercept that stuff, I tell them, and I tell them where to find the information too. I always send them to Google. But I know a lot of coin roll hunters are very tight-lipped about that. But I mean, all it takes is a Google search, you know. But yeah, just if you don't have the bankroll to search a lot of, you know, to order a lot of boxes, just do bank hunts. Walk into a lobby in different banks. Those are fun. I used to love doing those. But yeah, once you get a few banks that will order for you, do never ever drop the coin off at those banks. Another thing too, getting rid of coin is not an easy thing. So if you start off in the beginning, check what certain banks have certain criteria. You can exchange X amount of dollars, and you don't need to have an account. Different banks have different rules. Figure out what those rules are. I remember I used to take I used to roll my half dollars. I still do sometimes, but I used to roll them. I used to go into banks and ask for wrappers, and I used to load up on wrappers. I used to get wrappers, and I would when I return them, I would return $100 here, $100 there, and a lot of those banks that I wasn't banking with. But the policies and the rules change all the time, so make sure you know what the rules are. I think Chase Bank would exchange up to $100 without having a bank account. So yeah, things may change, but look into all those things. Also, small credit unions have coin counter machines. There are limits, guys. There are limits. You can X amount of dollars per month you can do with no charge. But I mean, I've gone as far as getting multiple credit union accounts that have coin counters. And yeah, I mean, I'm extreme. I'm like a honey badger. I go ham. I go hard. So I have that. I have those type of accounts. Small credit unions, they order for me. Some order for me. And coin counting machines. Right here in my area, I have like 3 accounts that have coin counters, small credit unions. And I do have a few business accounts. I bag the coin. That saves me a lot of time. But there is times where I do roll the coin, and I you know, I have done that in the past as well. But I started off rolling everything, and everything went back to the bank. But yes, remember those things, guys. You're gonna run across bank employees that are not gonna be friendly to you. Do not bump heads with them. If you sense the bad energy, just stay away. Either that, or try to be genuinely, can you help me out? Can you order, a box of halves or whatever? It's a hobby of mine. Tell them it's a hobby of yours. You're just looking for coins. And a lot of times, if they'll order for you. But there is one bank. As a matter of fact, it is the closest bank to me. I can literally walk there. This lady, this manager lady, she's been transferred around to many banks because she is not a very nice person. She has like a dark cloud over her, and every time they change her to a different branch, she sucks the life out of the employees there. The employees before she got there, they were very bubbly and nice, and once they start working for her, they become like zombies. She drains the life out of them. She's not a nice person. I'm not gonna mention her name, but she's a horrible human being. But she gives me the most hard time about coins. She always throws all kinds of roadblocks, and I have business accounts with this bank. It's one of the bigger banks, and yeah, I have quite a lot of money in there, and I move a lot of money. And yeah, she's always, I know what the rules are. I know what parameters, and she's always she just makes up stuff to deter me from going to her branch. She hates coin. She hates it. So, even though sometimes I go in there just to see if she's still there. Yeah, I think corporate wants to get rid of her. They just don't know where to put her. And the branch where she's at is like considered like punishment. It's like a dungeon. It gets very little traffic. It's dingy, and it's perfect for her. I guess that's where I put her. But yeah, this lady hates coins. She hates them. But yeah, golden rule: never return coins back to banks that are nice enough to order for you, and be genuine, friendly. And if you don't have a large bankroll to order a bunch of coins at once, do bank hunts. Those are fun, and you find a lot of silver. And be honest. Be honest. If they pry, what do you need these coins for? Say, hey, it's a hobby of mine. I tell them the truth. I say, hey, it provides. I tell them it's like a half truth. I tell them, hey, I have a YouTube channel. It provides content for my channel, and it does. I'm not lying. And there you go. I mean, I'm not making money off my YouTube. It's just a hobby, and I like to share with the few coin roll hunters that are out here. But yeah, guys, coin roll hunting has been really good for me. It motivated me to save so I could have a little larger bankroll so I could get more boxes. It's been a very awesome hobby for me, guys. Before, honestly, it's gonna sound corny. I know I'm an old guy, but I was a terror on these internet online dating streets, man. I killed Tinder single-handedly. It's dead because of me. Anyway, that was my hobby, is online dating. It was fun, yeah, but it's costly. I wasn't saving any money. And now, when I find silver, it's like the same high. It's fun. And I'm not ghosting anybody. I'm not ghosting the silver. I mean, you can go on my phone and find a few hundred blocked phones on my phone. It's crazy. Anyway, let's get back to it, guys. I'm gonna make this short. Golden rule: never return coins back to banks that are nice enough to order for you. Build good relationships. Be honest with them. Start off slow. If you don't have a bankroll to order a lot of coin at once, start off doing bank hunts. Also, once you get that bankroll and you get a nice network of banks that are willing to order from you, do not overload their system. Just order a few boxes from here. I inconvenience myself. I drive a little extra few blocks to another bank, inconvenience myself. Instead of picking up 20 boxes, which I have had amazing bank managers that would order up to 20 boxes. I had one manager order 20 boxes for me one time. 20, woo, in one shot. But now I keep it low, 2 boxes, 4 boxes, 1 box. I kind of gauge it. Never overload any of your banks, either whether they're pickup banks or drop-off banks. Do not overload them. Okay, I've done that. I've made mistakes. All these things, I've made mistakes, and that will get you cut off. That will get you cut off quick if you start abusing, overloading them. Because remember, A lot of these workers, they don't like dealing with the coin, but if you don't overload them, you're gracious, you're nice, good rapport, they'll do it for you. They'll go the extra mile for you. So remember that. All right, don't overload them, and you're good. All right, guys, I can't think of anything else right now. I'll just leave you guys with those few tips to get you started. And if you guys want to leave some questions out in the comment section, you have any other specific videos that you want me to make, you know, maybe I didn't cover everything, but that'll get some of the newbies started, you know. And if, you know, most of you guys at Coin Roll Hunt, you guys already know these things. But yeah, oh, and by the way, there's another guy, one guy in my comments, he's getting, I got him going. I exchanged a lot of information with him. He just found my channel and he's going ham. Another guy, a security guard at a bank, I got him started. He stopped off at a bank near his home. He doesn't have a lot of money, but he found silver. He got $40 in dimes? No, he got 4 rolls of dimes, guys. That's what, $20? He went in his car and he found 3 silvers, three 1963 Rosies. I said, man, you should have taken those coins back and got more. You should have got the rest of that box. That was a dump. I told him that was a dump. I explained to him, well, what's a dump? And I told him, you need to get where these rolls came from. You want the rest of those. He says, next time, open the rolls in your car. If you go into a lot, and if you find silver, go back to the same teller and get more of those coins. Do what you got to do. But it opened his eyes. And also, he has a little side hustle. The security guard, he has a side hustle. He sells food, street food. And somebody paid him with a counterfeit Morgan dollar, or it was these Chinese coins. I said, look, take a magnet to it. And he took his earphones off and boom, stuck to us. I see, don't be taking those. So yeah, I gave him a couple things to look out for. But yeah, I got a security guard at one of the banks, Coin Roll Hunting, and another gentleman that hit me up on my channel. So yeah, if you have any other questions or any other topics you want me to cover, or there are other things that I need to go further in that you want to know about, hit up my comment section and I'll get back to it. All right, guys, I'm stuck on this freeway, guys, but I'd rather be in the car with the AC. It's hot out here. All right, guys, thank you for watching. Hit the like button, share, and subscribe. All right.